What if everything you see, everything you think you know, is a shadow? A projection cast upon the walls of a digital cave we no longer recognize as one. From the myths of ancient philosophers to the illusions of our modern screens, humanity has always asked a single, haunting question. What is truth in a world built on illusion? Shadows on the wall. In a dark cave 2,500 years ago, Plato imagined prisoners chained from birth, their eyes fixed upon a wall. Behind them, unseen, firelight flickered. Figures moved, shadows danced. To the prisoners, these shapes were reality itself, until one was freed and saw the world beyond the cave. That story, told in the Republic, wasn't just a metaphor. It was a warning that humans confuse perception with truth, comfort with knowledge, and imitation with reality. Today, we've rebuilt that cave, only brighter, faster, and digital. Our screens have become torches, our feeds the walls, our illusions crafted not by puppeteers with fire, but by algorithms with purpose. And in this new world of endless information, truth has become not what is, but what is believed. The birth of doubt. Philosophy has always been humanity's rebellion against illusion. When Socrates wandered Athens asking uncomfortable questions, he wasn't searching for facts, he was chasing clarity. He asked not, "What do you know?" but, "How do you know it?" Centuries later, René Descartes locked himself in a room and doubted everything. His senses, his memories, even his body, all could deceive him. Only one truth survived the collapse. I think, therefore I am. Descartes found certainty in the act of thinking itself. But even that foundation trembled under later scrutiny. Nietzsche would later warn that there are no facts, only interpretations. And if all truth is interpretation, then whose interpretation wins? In every age, from faith to reason, from science to postmodernism, humanity has wrestled with a single terror, that the line between truth and belief may not be as solid as we once hoped. The age of mirrors. The 21st century did not kill truth, it multiplied it. Billions of realities now coexist online, each algorithmically tailored to what we already believe. We are no longer chained in one cave, we build our own. In the era of deepfakes, AI voices, and digital propaganda, seeing is no longer believing. We scroll through illusions crafted by invisible systems designed not to inform, but to engage. Truth has been replaced by attention, clarity replaced by clicks. Philosophers once warned of simulacra, copies without originals. French thinker Jean Baudrillard wrote that we live in hyperreality, where representation becomes more real than what it represents. Today, we call it social media. The truth is not dead. It has been outcompeted by emotion. The machinery of belief. The human mind was not built for infinite information. It was built to survive. Our ancestors trusted what was useful, not what was true. In evolutionary terms, the brain is a storyteller, not a scientist. It fills gaps, builds patterns, and edits reality for coherence. This cognitive bias, once a strength, is now our greatest vulnerability. We do not see the world as it is, we see the world as it fits us. Every like, share, and notification tightens the echo chamber around our beliefs. We curate not just our media, but our meaning. And so, truth fragments, not because it's hidden, but because it's inconvenient. To question what feels right is to risk isolation, and in the digital age, isolation feels like death. The new illusion is comfort. The new prison is belonging. The philosophers of illusion. Throughout history, thinkers have warned us about the fragility of truth. Buddha taught that perception is a veil, Maya, the illusion that hides reality. Laozi whispered that the Tao which can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. Nietzsche declared that truth is a mobile army of metaphors. And in the modern world, Marshall McLuhan reminded us, the medium is the message. These weren't contradictions. They were confessions. Each realized that truth is not an object to be found, but a condition to be earned. Yet, in our time, that condition has been replaced by performance. We no longer seek truth, we perform it. Online, we curate identities, polished, filtered, optimized, until authenticity becomes another aesthetic. We've become both prisoner and shadow, audience and actor, philosopher and illusionist, and we no longer know which role is real. The digital cave. Imagine if Plato's cave had Wi-Fi, if the shadows spoke in your voice, echoed your fears, mirrored your desires. Would you ever want to leave? Our digital world thrives on engagement, not enlightenment. Each scroll, each click, each notification is a soft whisper. Stay here. You belong here. And the more we stay, the more reality bends around us. The internet promised democratized truth, information for all, but it delivered fragmented reality, personalized, polarized, profitable. What once connected us now divides us by design. In this digital labyrinth, the question is no longer what is true, but who benefits when you believe it. The death of consensus. Once, truth was forged through shared experience, the slow conversation of civilization. Religions, sciences, and institutions tried, however imperfectly, to build common ground. But today, consensus has collapsed. When every person becomes their own source of truth, the public world disintegrates. We no longer debate facts, we debate realities. And when dialogue dies, manipulation thrives. Propaganda no longer needs armies or printing presses, only attention. A headline, a meme, a whisper of outrage, and suddenly, perception becomes power. The philosopher Hannah Arendt warned that the ideal subject of totalitarian rule is not the convinced Nazi or the convinced communist, but people for whom the distinction between fact and fiction no longer exists. Truth's greatest enemy is not the lie, it's the indifference between them. The psychology of illusion. Why do we cling to illusion, even when we know it's false? Because illusion feels safer than uncertainty. Modern psychology calls it cognitive dissonance, the discomfort of holding conflicting truths. When reality challenges belief, most people don't change their minds. They change the facts. We protect our illusions like territory. Our worldview is not just opinion, it's identity. To question it feels like erasing ourselves. And so, the war for truth is fought not in the world, but within the mind. It's a battle between comfort and courage, between what is easy to believe and what is hard to confront. Every era has its illusions, but ours are interactive. The ancient antidote. In ancient Greece, the word for truth was aletheia, meaning unconcealment. To seek truth was to remove the veil, to uncover what lies hidden. It was not possession, but process, a way of being awake. Socrates said that wisdom begins in admitting ignorance. Buddha said enlightenment begins in seeing clearly. Both agreed, truth is not given. It must be earned. Perhaps the antidote to illusion is not certainty, but humility. Not shouting our beliefs louder, but listening deeper. Not collecting more data, but cultivating discernment. The mind that cannot doubt cannot know, and the civilization that stops questioning its truths begins to live inside its lies. The modern oracle. Today, algorithms know more about us than the Oracle of Delphi ever could. They predict our choices, shape our moods, and nudge our desires, not by force, but by familiarity. We believe what feels like us. But here lies the paradox. The more information we have, the less we understand. The more connected we become, the lonelier truth feels. We once sought knowledge to escape ignorance. Now we drown in it. We once looked to philosophy to find meaning. Now we scroll for it. Perhaps the question is not whether truth still exists, but whether we still want it. Because truth, unlike illusion, asks something of us. It asks for silence, for patience, for courage. It demands we face the world without the comfort of filters. Beyond the cave, Plato's freed prisoner did not stay in the sunlight. He returned to the cave, not to scorn, but to awaken. And so must we. For the cave is not evil. It is simply the beginning. Each illusion is a chance to see more clearly, each deception an invitation to awareness. To live truthfully in an age of illusion does not mean escaping it. It means seeing it for what it is, recognizing the shadow, tracing its source, and remembering that beyond the fire, there is still light. Every generation must rediscover truth for itself. Ours is no different, only louder, faster, and infinitely more fragile. The eternal question. Truth has survived every illusion humanity has ever built. It survived the myths of gods, the dogmas of empires, the certainties of science, and the chaos of postmodernism. Because truth is not a statement, it's a pursuit. It lives in the tension between doubt and wonder, between skepticism and faith. It is not found in the comfort of knowing, but in the courage to keep asking. So, what is truth in the age of illusion? Perhaps it is the same as it has always been, a light that cannot be manufactured, only revealed, a silence that cuts through noise, a question that never dies. Every age thinks itself enlightened, until the next reveals its shadows. Our time will be no different. But as long as one mind dares to ask, as long as one voice refuses to mistake imitation for understanding, the battle for truth will continue. Not on screens, not in headlines, but in the quiet space between seeing and believing. Because even in an age of illusion, truth still waits to be seen. Subscribe to Timeless Questions channel for more thought-provoking topic on philosophy, human nature, and the mysteries of existence.